Hello? I don't know. Yo, chat, it's been a good run. See you next month after he stops playing this garbanzo. Who is this guy? Combined gem site armor, spamming, question mark, spamming, shush, chat, don't blame me for being dumb. Put gem and weapons, sell present, back to gaming is real, massacred. Guy got obliterated. No, that's
yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer
still
down,
here.
So I guess you're all screwed.
Thought he was leaving.
Cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement.
Whoa.
And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Oh.
Howdy, Night City.
What are you eating? Stew. Hugo brought stew and an entire meat and cheese board over.
Spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy.
It was random.
Thanks for having
But
me.
I hope
yeah,
you
eat
made
it.
to the studio without any issues. No carjackings or drive-bys along the way.
No.
She probably wanted to make food. And Lakari wakes up at 1 a.m. So he's probably asleep and she's like, well, fuck. Lakari's got the classic streamer schedule of like, oh, I'm trying to fix my schedule. And they just go to bed like 2 hours later every single day. Eventually their schedule is perfect. But then the next day it's 2 hours later. And then they're back to the circle of like, I'm just trying to fix my schedule. And it's a rinse and repeat over and over, never ending. They live 26-hour days. Or 22, however you want to see it. Usually 26. They stay up late. But give me 1 second. Okay. I gotta move this big ass board out of my room. I have no mouse room. I'm a turn-based gamer right now. Hang on. So, what I did yesterday was, honestly, story-wise, pretty much nothing. I just farmed like crazy. Today might be the same shit. Return to Rogue. Okay, there's a quest, side job. Yeah, side job. On my way. Let's go. Move cam. Yeah, I gotta move it up a little bit, you're right. And turn my main monitor capture off, and I go right there. Sorry. Sorry. Fuck out of my way. I'm driving here. All right.
Hey you! I gotta get to a Ripper, man. I'll pay you.
Okay.
Great! Why are we standing here? To the car! Now!
All right. Get in, bro. Is that Jesse Cox? Maybe. I don't know.
Satisfaction guaranteed!
Let me guess. Mr. Stud, XCV-19 series.
Yeah! How'd you know?
Know my implants, including the black market stuff. Faulty series. Got recalled. Still selling it on... Just our luck.
Just go mow him down!
Chill, chill.
I agree. That's mowing down.
Chill! You tell me to chill!
Oh!
It burns! Fucking burns!
Chill. I'm doing what I can.
What I said to my output. She didn't like that too much. Jesus fucking Christ!
You really gotta keep yelling like that?
That turn would hurt.
You even know
If you have to
how
pee or some
much
shit.
it hurts? Like I'm screwing a goddamn pencil sharpener!
Well, suffer in silence, June. Heard what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Real fucking funny. Hey, listen. Thanks for not laughing at me.
Okay, we're...
Hey, you after? I'll call you.
But...
Burns like a motherfucking...
Bitch. Wait, keep busy while waiting for a call from the... Oh, I'm not done.
Mercy, I did nothing to you. No, I don't want to die.
Okay, so let's see here. If I Contagion, will it fuck over citizens? It will, right? No? Okay, let's Contagion this guy, so that's gonna spread to pretty much everyone. Let's go get some cover. Let's activate my shit. Short circuit. Go short circuit. Short circuit. Short circuit. All right, heal myself.
enough of this shit!
You're welcome, bitch. Keep busy while waiting for a call from Distress Man. I'm still waiting on this guy. You're a wizard, pretty much. Like, I'm not really a fan of, I guess, cyberpunk aesthetics. Like, I like, you know, Lord of the Rings and fantasy shit. But I'm still kind of getting, like, you know, the fun talent trees of, like, classes in this game, if that makes sense. Let me skip time. Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. Jay, how do you do that? I'm a WoW nerd. I don't even know if it's World of Warcraft. Maybe it is. How do I do it? There's got to be a button. Someone knows. The talent tree is a lot better than it was a few years ago, I bet. I was talking to the Viki, and she was like, hey, so what are you doing in Cyberpunk? I haven't played it since the first day it came out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm like going down in like, you know, the int tree. She's like, the int tree? The fuck is that? I was like, yeah, what did you start out at? She's like, I don't think that was in the game. I'm like, oh. Tier 5 item components. Cyberware character, skill progression, map, wardrobe. I don't see where you skip time. I know I've done it before, but it wasn't really a tree. Okay, well, you gotta ask her. Map? Oh, no, I see it. H. Unavailable. Oh. I mean, should I just go do a different side job then? I guess so. All right, on my way. Little pissy man. What is this fucking weighted down hot dog stand? Are you kidding me? Oh no. Ridiculous. This way then. It wants me to go underground or below? How do I? Same problem every time. I know.
All units
Perfect.
in the area. Criminal activity reported in Watson.
Roger. Probably some cyber psycho again, but I'll handle it. Say, any update on my overtime bonus? Dispatch?
Wait, this is returning to Rogue with my $15,000. That's not what I meant to do, but okay, I guess I'm doing it. I gotta hire her for some shit. A little bit of main story.
Hey, Rogue. Got the scratch. Got the cred for the Helman job.
Fine. Anders Helman, flick me the deets. 2, please. Make some room. Sit down.
Hope you found him.
Don't see that often. Determination like yours. Must really need this guy.
Matter of life and death.
Haven't heard that for a while either. Bottle stays.
Damn.
Go ahead. Enjoy.
Oh.
To your health.
To yours, kid. Gonna need it.
Nice.
Thanks, Nix.
Queen of the afterlife. Who would have thunk?
Got a shard for you. Intel. Interesting stuff.
Let's see what you got.
Your Helman's not on any payroll, not officially anyway. But he does pop up in GNT's confidential stacks. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations. All that clear?
Corpo, they're getting ready to transfer
Must
him.
be prepping him for a transfer.
How would you know?
Chinese Corpo playbook's an open one to me. This looks like the old vanishing pigeon.
Yeah, I know things.
Decrypted map of upcoming Kang Tao convoy routes.
Think Helman might be in one of them? Thing is, which one?
Take a look at the specs on this one. A lone AV, no ground support, no linked cargo manifests either.
Weird.
Sure, Kang Tao sometimes transports stuff unregistered if they want to push it under the table. But catch the load on this AV. Already approved in the system, but too low. So definitely no cargo on board. But there's a passenger list. Kang Tao security detail plus 1 VIP. Transfer from Chan T.
Our boy Helman.
That was the good news.
There it is.
So what's the bad news?
Bad news is the extraction site. Look, Night City airspace. All this.
No way to jack the transport without the NCPD picking up on it.
And here, we're too close to Kang Tao. We even give that AV a dirty look, their backup hustle will be on us. But right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city, and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
Guess it's your lucky day.
Dead zone. I'll grab him there.
Gonna need a native to the area. Someone who'll set up the op, cobble together the gear.
Do you know the right person?
So a native. Know any hick mercs?
Just one. Pan Am Palmer. She can't count on her clan anymore, but she's a true nomad. She knows those lands. And she will help you. Won't have a choice.
Won't have a choice. Does not sound enticing. Not for her, not for me.
Enticing comes at a price you can't possibly afford.
Can't possibly afford to blow this chance at nabbing Helman.
Your operation, your call.
Got a bad feeling, V.
Why's Pan Am gotta help me? I sense a catch. Pretty big one.
Occasionally, Pan Am moves merch for me. Last job? Well, wasn't a good day for her.
She run into a hitch.
Complete bust, actually. Lost the goods and her ride. Pan Am will do anything to get the load back. Means her dignity. I know her.
Okay. Guess I can try to help her, but if we don't know where to look, I mean...
We do. I do.
Okay, where?
Fine, let me hear what you know.
Rocky Ridge, ghost town just outside Night City. Pan Am knows where. You'll go there, get the merch back, Wheels too. Naturally, you'll call her first. Sending you her deeds.
Oh, finally.
All clear.
Let's get out of
Thanks.
Good luck.
Okay. Call Pan Am. Oh.
I can't.
Hello?
What?
Jam, hang on just a little longer.
Hey, Pan Am.
Ripper's on the way.
Got your number from Rogue. Name's V.
Great. Where's that old warhorse want to kick me now?
Forget Rogue. I can help you.
Forget Rogue.
I didn't mean to do that. I hit that. Oh my god.
You.
Oh, very kind. But it's far too little, far too late. So do tell Rogue she can eat my shorts.
Tell it to your therapist. Calling about your ride and the merch you lost. Interested? Or are you gonna tell me to eat your shorts too?
The rail freight yard on Bonita Street. The one hugging the city line. We'll meet there.
See ya.
All right. I'm just gonna W key this storyline quest since I started it. What's your problem? Oh wait, my car's over here. Mitch. There we go. Whoa, whoa. Get fucked. Who am I gonna romance? I don't know yet. Probably some dude that can like really dick me down, you know?
All units, we have a situation in Westbrook. Please respond.
Oh god, no. Oh, fuck it.
Report has confirmed the suspect is still in the area. All units, no progress in the area. Suspect is still unstable. Code 3. I repeat, code 3. Code 0. I repeat, code 0 in this area. All units resume normal duties.
I'm here.
Hey. Pan Am?
So you're V.
Yes.
Where's my car?
We can help each other. Rogue said so.
I might have guessed. All right. Tell me all you know. Fail, and you can run back and tell Rogue to fuck right off.
Fuck me, you always on the warpath?
Only when someone tries to jerk me around. Where the hell is my car?
I tell you, and then what? Gonna storm off? Handle it all by yourself?
That is no concern of yours. None.
Listen to me. Listen to me! You need my help. And you'll get it. I mean that. Right after we solve my problem.
Fine. Say it. What do you want?
Say it.
One guy I gotta talk to. A corpo traveling by corp convoy.
No, I don't do abductions. Besides, you'd need many more bodies and heaps of gear to take a convoy.
It's just one AV. Planned route'll take it over Jackson Plains.
Fuck.
In return, info on your cargo. Help in getting back what's yours. We got a deal?
I don't know. Shit! All right, deal. But if you want your thing done, we'll need to get my Thornton back first. So where is it?
Where's what? Sorry? Rocky
Cars
Ridge.
in Rocky Ridge. You're supposed to know where that is. Cars there, goods are there.
Nash, you dirt-eating bastard. I will strangle you.
Rocky Ridge. Let's go.
We're not taking
Hang
your
on.
car.
I should think this through. Fuck. Yes. We'll need backup. We have one brief stop to make on the way.
Wanna tell me where?
Give me a sec. I should call the client. Convince them to leave the bastard hanging.
Going ahead with the deal behind Rogue's back. Brave, I guess. Or fucking dumber than a drum.
Boz, hey. Nash is gonna pass you the merch in Rocky Ridge. The thing is, the motherfucker screwed me over. Boz, I will take care of it. I just need you to give me a chance. Boz, come on. How many times have I moved things for you? And how many times have I failed? You have my word. After dark? Okay. No, don't call off the meet. Just don't show up. I'll take care of everything. Do you even have to ask? Of course I will. Thanks, Boz. You won't regret this. Okay. I have bought us some time.
Okay.
So, where to now?
The Aldecaldo camp. I need to see some of the old clan.
Don't seem too excited.
That's not your concern. I still have friends there.
Rogue mentioned your friends. Said you guys stopped seeing eye to eye.
Well, since Rogue said so, it must be true.
It isn't?
You mean to irritate me.
Okay, then.
All right, well, let's go.
It was just a hiccup.
Oh.
They're still family.
So it's complicated.
You might say so. Yes.
Good, let's roll.
Can I get in my car,
Get in.
not yours? No, God, please. Why do I feel like she's about to hit my car?
Nice ride.
Don't do it.
Lots
No,
of
God,
space.
no, 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 don't.
Say no more. Please.
How the hell did you land in this mess?
I liked the color. The air freshener and booster seat came extra.
You know I don't mean the car.
What am I supposed to tell you? That I'm not about to let my partner rob me and get away with it? That my fixer made me look like a goddamn fool? What about you? Why do you need that clown from the AV?
This particular clown's got intel I need. And I'm running out of time to get it.
So why didn't she tell me she knew about Nash?
Rogue, do better not to worry what her agenda might be.
God damn, I can't stand the bitch.
Rogue's queen of the afterlife. Plays her pawns as she pleases.
Did you just call me a pawn?
I got a good look at her. She rose to the top because she reads people. So what if she keeps things to herself? It's a skill in her profession.
Well, I think she's a lying, manipulative
I have not
bitch.
seen this place yet. Wow.
She put me together with that Raffin. Did you know that?
Damn. I wasn't listening.
Must have
What'd you
had her
say?
reasons.
You don't say. Rogue won't open her mouth without weighing the for and against. What to spill and what to withhold.
Yeah, I was looking at all the wind turbines. I guess that's how they get their energy in the future. But they just spam it. You can script the ride? Yeah, now I can.
Would you look what the cat dragged in?
Is that a ghost or is it just my hangover?
Fuck you too.
Mm-hmm. And who's this?
My babysitter. V, this is Scorpion. Mitch. Two old friends.
They call me Blade.
Hey, guys.
Hello?
What brings you to these parts?
Nice to meet you,
city girl?
The big
Scorpion.
city got too small for her. Do you have any idea how angry the old man's gonna be when he sees you here?
I've just come by for a spell. Saul needn't know a thing.
Hit him. Time's short. Come on.
I know. The Raffin screwed me over. I'll get them back, but I need your help. Come with me. We'll thrash them, the four of us.
You know, we would do anything for you, sister.
But now? Now's hard.
Seriously? You won't help?
Well, the old man told us to sit tight and get those generators back up after the batteries went kaput.
Generators? You won't help because of some goddamn generators? Is this another joke?
Really could use your help.
Not this time. We're needed here.
Fuck. I don't believe this. So you'll stay put because Saul told you to. You couldn't care less about me.
Panam.
This isn't about Saul. It's about the clan. You know that.
Listen, we can't leave camp. No chance. But Saul never said a thing about gear.
Okay. Well, I'll need that rifle of yours. And some of my own stuff.
Take whatever you want.
And take care of yourself out there.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Can I have that
I'll
car?
grab the gear, then be out of your hair.
Oh. Okay, grabbing gear.
Looks like you're stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
You disappointed?
I don't know. Maybe a little, yes.
Hey, Panam, are you staying a while? Hey,
No, I'll be going again soon. We'll talk next time.
Have you brought someone new?
Hi?
Have you brought someone new? Does Saul know?
Not your concern, friend.
Precisely. We are all cooped up together.
So these are the pores.
I know.
Like omega pores. Whoa.
Will you help me with this?
What's inside?
No?
A few odds and ends that should be useful. Take it. All right, that's everything. Let's go.
What's in the box?
Did you figure out your differences with Saul? Will you come back?
See? Hello?
Panam, you'll stop by later, right, honey?
Next time, Ellie. I promise.
Whose car is that?
So, I'm off.
Yeah, go on. Go already. Call us sometime.
Keep an eye on her, V.
Damn.
Put it in the trunk. We can go. Hop in.
Mitch and Scorpion seem good souls.
The best friends a girl could ask for. Okay, we have arrived.
What do we do?
We get ready to greet the Raffins, and we've little time for that. We'll need to improvise. We should scout first, to look for anything that might be useful.
Okay. Yeah, I just skipped so hard. Holy fuck. That's a crane. That looks important.
Doubt Rocky Ridge could be any deader. Everything's down. Nothing works here.
Well, have you found anything?
Have you stared at Pan Am's ass as part of the lore? No, I haven't done that.
No dice.
Oh,
Nothing's
Jesus.
up. All cut off.
Just
We'll make it
auto-pulled me.
work. The Raffins will roll in after dusk. We will have a surprise ready for them. We just need to get some power flowing. Let's check the substation.
Okay.
Fuse box.
Found the breakers, but there's no juice on them.
Not to worry! Come down! I know how to surprise the bastards.
All right.
Right. So, the intersection is powered from that transformer substation, right? The switchgear on the roof. We'll flip the switch there and everything will light up like Christmas. Understood?
You tend to the power. I'll toy with the shiv. I've got 20 int. I got this.
Fine idea. Let's get us some power. I'll look around for access points.
Great. They're likely to show up in numbers. We can't know how many. We need to outfox them, then get to my car somehow.
Relax. Got a few ideas. I'll try to play a little game with them at the intersection.
Hell yes. Perfect.
As soon as they see the lights, they'll have to check who, why, and how. Nova.
Yep. First we start up the control terminal below. The gear on the roof is a hunk of junk without it. Come on, we'll give it a boost from the car battery. That should do the trick. Wait for me by the substation. I'll bring the car around.
What about my car? Okay, wait for Pan Am by the substation.
Yeah.
Leans against wall, crosses arms, taps foot. Light cigarette. Oh.
The panel looks to be in good shape. I'll make a bypass circuit to the power supply. That should do it. We'll just have to get it up and running. Grab the jumper cables from the trunk. We'll boost it from the car battery.
Aight.
Red cable connected.
Give me a moment. I need to hook everything up here.
I can't turn around.
And done. Now the Black Rattler. There she goes. Thought the old jalopy served us well. Okay, I've got voltage. Start the terminal inside.
They really
And once
do
the power is
highlight
on
her
in the
ass
building,
with
get on
the
that roof.
little
got it.
things that go
I'll
around.
set up on the tower. We'll have the whole intersection on a plan.
I'll be honest, that shit makes
you
me
flip the
uncomfortable.
breakers when I give you the signal to do so, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Makes me think about like the wedgie I get when I go rock climbing and stuff. Who just wears that shit? That's crazy. But I gotta get in there.
Just break the glass and dive in. It's not as if someone will send you a bill.
Fine.
Switchgear's got power.
Prime. We'll have some fun at the intersection. Let's get into position.
I feel like I need a sniper rifle. Let me put some... Okay, instead of a shotgun... Shit. I mean, my next best thing is probably going to be the revolver. Yeah, I can just hack people. All right, let's do that.
Now we wait.
Remember, as soon as we see them, you give us power.
Which way will they come from?
Raffins will come from where? Any idea?
The northeast, I wager. From the freeway that was never finished.
Wait, is my UI fucked up again?
Got it.
You can't save
Cover
right
me
now.
just in case.
Of course.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
They're rolling in. And my thorn. You see her?
Really, really hard to miss.
Let's take them by surprise. Let's try to do this quietly. If anything happens, I'll start picking them off. Sound good?
Oh, I don't have vehicle hacks.
Sounds great.
Oh, wait, hold on. Character? Fuck.
Where's the son of a bitch, boss? You, wait for him here.
Get good and ready. The
I'm
show
ready.
starts now.
Let there be light.
Am I supposed to start killing people now? I guess I could contagion a motherfucker. I wish I could blow up cars, damn.
Grab the car from me. The driver has it. Look for the girl with the mobile.
Contagion.
Colorful bunch.
All right, so how do I know who's tracing me? Is it this person? The Wraith? Because the exclamation point? Everyone is? Oh. All right, second contagion.
Already see them.
Cut off everything from here. Locked down.
So who turned
Contagion again.
Been made.
Let's do this. Covering. We have to pick all of them off.
Another contagion.
Get your asses in here! Grenade! On the ground!
Cherry on top. Let's pack it in.
That's it.
Wait for me in the car.
Ooh, epic loot. I was really surprised I could shoot that grenade out of the air. I was like, I'm gonna try it. And it fucking worked. Loot the building. Ooh. Damn, I can't ping. Can't force that open. right, let's get out of here. Fuck it.
Move. I'll take the wheel.
What? Fine.
What are you waiting for?
Couldn't wait another minute, could you?
At last.
I just wanted to see if there's any, like, special animations.
And? She's prime wheels, isn't she?
Sentimental attachment, I get, but a car's a car.
You don't know squat. I shouldn't even have asked.
See? Managed just fine without Mitch and Scorpion.
Listen, V, it's not over yet.
It's not? You got the cargo, you got your car.
I did not get Nash, who was not in Rocky Ridge. The fucker didn't show.
Pan Am.
Listen, I have a plan.
And I don't care. The car and the merch, that's what we were after. We got them. 6th Street awaits word.
Listen to me, for fuck's sake.
Oh, God.
I know where their little hidey hole is. We'll take the old unfinished freeway nearby. They will not be expecting us. I'm sure of it.
Fine.
All right. So where's this hideout?
A hop and skip away. Thanks, V. What Nash did. I placed my trust in him. He was the first person I worked with after leaving the Aldecaldos, after I came to Night City. And I granted him my trust.
Vengeance is rarely worth the risk.
Reason against gut need. An interesting take. I'd like to see for myself.
This car sucks. It sounds like my dishwasher.
Are you ready?
No.
Let's get him.
Oh, okay, we're staying in the car then. Damn, okay. Okay, this turning is ridiculous. Oh. Oh. Wow, so we're just getting right fucking into it. Contagion. Short circuit. Activate my shit. Sacrifice health for damage. Double short circuit. Crouch. I'm AFK.
We had some fun.
Go ahead.
Mighty impressed.
10 minutes. Follow roasting, you busy.
Watch it.
Can't say I blame her. I'm gonna rid myself of it. It's like fuck yeah.
Let's get it.
Well, shit.
That Netrunner sniper on us.
This is how we ride.
Where the fuck's that sniper? Is that him? Synapse burnout and overheat. That'll hurt. Have fun, bro.
Get inside!
Fuck.
Try not to get hurt.
Oh, I'm being hacked. Oh, that's what that is.
Right or die!
Not sure who's doing it.
Cover me.
I can't aim.
No fucking mercy!
Fucking right.
I got shot.
Hell yeah!
Finally! I gave you a chance to get out of this alive! I'll bleed! Idiot! Get him!
I see a sniper. Careful.
10 minutes!
Shut your fucking mouth.
Can't say I blame her!
Heads up. Reload.
I'm gonna rid myself of a bitch like you as fast as I could do!
God dang it.
Let's get him.
Around the bitch! Got your back!
Oh, he died.
Bastards coming in from the other side. Come on, Limp.
Hey, Big Dan. Why did I charge in? I don't know. Fuck, I'm an idiot. That is so many people. I thought it was like only a couple left. I was like, I killed so many. No grenade. Problem is I can only access 2 of my toolkits. I just hate having to change it mid-fight. But you're right, grenading would be really good here. There's a second wave. Okay, well.
Won't get rid of us that easily.
All right, we're gonna ping everyone. Overheat, short circuit.
But no! Idiot!
Is that a sniper?
Get him! Oh yeah! Got a cream head!
Shut your fucking mouth. Sniper on the loose. Bastards coming in from the other side.
Fucking Christ.
Take the reload.
Another contagion.
Hell yeah!
Wait, I forgot I have this.
Stay with me, G.
Oh, are you a bad guy? You are. Poor dude. Ooh. I can't hit any of these guys. I'm in a cutscene. I can't move. Oh, I'm heavy. Oh my god, no wonder. I was like... Damage 267. Damage. Wow. Ooh, I got a legendary gun. Or iconic gun, rather. Oh, there's epics down here, too. Nice. Well, let me grab all the greens and blues.
What did you say again? Solve your own problems? Clean up your shit? Nash is dead.
Can't
One
loot this
shit
person.
cleaned. Happy?
And the 6th Street merch?
Nash can't deliver it anymore. But if you ask nicely, I might be able to help you.
Help me? I take my cut up front, honey. But I guess
Look at this.
I was actually wondering if you would chasing down a vendetta.
Fuck!
All right, we're gonna change out this revolver for precision rifle, tier 3 plus iconic, a tech precision rifle. Ooh. 1.2 second charge time, poison chance, we won't be needing any more. Fires 2 projectiles per shot and deals chemical damage. Wait, so does it do double damage in that case? Wow. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Someone said go down the tunnel. All right, let me see some shit. What does this look like on the map? Hopefully I don't like fail my mission. Can't read. Not unlocked yet. Spawns after a few days. Damn, you guys know all the shit. Okay. I didn't know it was gonna be like a car. I'd be like a loot room or some shit.
One bitter cold bitch, that rogue.
Hang on. I can't attach anything to this gun?
Think she might have lost the plot.
Mean to say she used to be sweet in the
right.
Lori?
Never that. But she's no stranger to the other end of the stick. Think she might need a night.
Sorry, Johnny.
Hey, boss. Got your cargo. No, no fast ones. Come on, let's meet. Sunset Motel. I know you're not kidding. I'm certain to be there.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I arranged our meeting. Let's do the deal and start working on Helman. Agreed?
Sixth Street not
Sixth
likely
Street?
to pull anything?
I've driven for them before. Never had them do anything strange. I'm hoping they know what's good for business.
Should be fun.
Where are we going? I feel like this is it right here. Hang on.
They're here. Let me do the talking.
Sensing trouble?
No. At least I don't think so.
Hi.
Hey, boss.
Panam! How's Nash? Doesn't seem to be answering his phone.
Don't call him anymore. There's no need.
You got balls, girl. What's this? A bonus of some sort?
Just here to keep you in line.
Ooh, got a little more sass than Nash, do you?
Wait and see.
What is that leg?
I like this one.
There. First class merch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a prosthetic, but it's like in the Cyberpunk universe, that's more like a stick.
So, everything's in order?
Check your account. Should be pretty plush in a couple minutes.
It's been a pleasure. But I believe Rogue's the one who is to pay me.
You're all right. Think you earned a tip. Let's roll.
That went well. Come on. Let's get a drink.
All right.
Raffin's wiped, 6th Street's pleased. Pretty good day for Panam Palmer.
The day's not over yet. You still have a chance to piss me off. Hello, Noah.
Hey, new biz or new friends back there?
Take a wild guess. Is everything good with you? Did those bozos come around again?
Raffins? Nah, it's been quiet. They'll be back, sure enough. This place has seen worse. What can I get you?
Broseph. 2 of them.
So that package for Street, what was it?
You didn't peek? Valoperidol. Drugs for the cyber psychos in our midst.
They trading them?
Yes. They have deals. With black clinics, rippers.
Well, here's to that thorn of yours.
Thanks for everything, partner. Another one over here. Thanks, Noah.
Cheers. Let me know if you need anything else.
The Raffins. We done with them?
Oh no. The shiver cockroaches. One's never rid of them. But it should be quiet for a time. They'll need to gather their wits and dust themselves off.
Clan leader.
Listen, you and Saul. Who is he? Your leader or chieftain?
Their leader.
We're pretty keen to Delta the hell out of there before he got back.
Well, let's just say Saul wouldn't have been happy to see me.
What happened?
The reason we came to California was because you promised change for the Aldecaldos. You claimed we would turn over a new leaf. But you saw it yourself. We got a handful of tents on a heap of sand. A hell of a promised land. I wanted something different. Better. But Saul's a damned coward. He'll be the end of the clan, I'm certain.
Okay.
All right. Time we look to my needs. What's the plan for Helman?
I've come up with a plan. A first draft. But I need to sleep on it. Work it out.
Of course.
Then we can talk about the details. I think it best to rent rooms here, just to stay in the area. We'll get to work around midnight. It'll help keep us out of sight. Agreed?
How about we just meet? Okay, sure.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Well, that's all settled then. Noah, we'll take 2 rooms. Just for tonight. I'll go catch a few winks. See you later.
Damn. Get robbed. All right, go to my room. Oh, I'm downstairs.
My name is Dakota Smith.
Who?
If you're looking for jobs out here, you will find them with me.
Name's V. Thanks for the intel.
Things flow differently out here. Keep your head on, city kid.
Okay.
V, one of my missing vehicles could be near your current position.
Got it.
Oh. All right. So I got to get one of those missing vehicles. Oh, it's right over here. No, it's not. Never mind. It's a gig. What would it be? It's the same mission? Okay. All right, well, hang on. I also leveled up, so... keep on leveling tech. Now it's at 11. Is there anything in tech I want to get? Five out of 6, cool. Yeah, I'm almost 6, but whatever. Yeah, middle's really good if I can just get more points and just keep going up there. Unlocks a new cyberware slot for your hands. +4 cyberware capacity for each attribute at 9 or higher. All cyberware gain an additional stat modifier. That's pretty big. But intelligence, there's some really good things in this tree that I really like. +25 health for each quick hack queued on an enemy at the time that you neutralize them. I kind of want to get that. Check the top left perk. Unlocks the monowire finisher. Press F when an enemy is low on health. Ooh. Restores 15 health and 5 RAM. Oh, that's a fucking play. I can unspec that and I can get it. Pleasure is an upload speed when you have at least 2 quick execute on an enemy. Finishers leave you vulnerable to damage still, do they? Well, golly gee dang it. I'm gonna take that off. Fuck that. All right.
You see Tanner lately?
Hello, Panam.
Hey. Hello. I'm just checking the suspension. The hydraulics have to be ship shape. We're in for a bumpy ride. Did you sleep all right?
Can't complain. Come up with anything? For Helman, I mean.
As a matter of fact, I did. Look here.
Looking?
Okay, tell me.
We're the wrench. The cutter is the AV. And the screwdriver is where the AV should bury its nose cone in the dust. Now, you must be wondering how we get the AV to do that.
That old HMG of yours?
My gun will be useful elsewhere. This caliber would barely dent the armor of a heavy hitter like that. There are other ways. Here, the clamps are solution. A Satwave power station.
Ooh.
Power station. Wait, you want to use an EMP?
Bullseye.
But how? We can't generate that sort of pulse on command.
Would you like to bet me? We drive up to the power collection unit, break in and override the controls, lift any limiters. As soon as the AV is in range, we set off the electromagnetic turbo pulse. This should smoke the AV systems.
So the drive, nav systems,
communications, everything. Out like a light. They won't stand a chance in hell.
Okay.
All right, let's ride.
Great. Hop in. It's cold out here.
Not following, not at all, but we're doing some tech stuff and we're going in to try and get Helman alive.
Who owns this power station? Gov or Corp?
Is there any difference? Who do you think pulls the government's strings?
I'm just wondering whose toes we're about to step all over.
V, look around. It is simple. Everything you see is owned by a corporation.
You're goddamn right.
You like to mess with the corpse, huh?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Oh, wait. Scratch that. Rogue, Nash, the Raffins.
You're on thin ice, V.
You just like to mess with everyone.
Well, then I suppose it's a good thing I'm on your side, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And now for something completely different. Weirdest thing you've ever transported. Go.
What? Are we playing 20 questions?
Come on, answer.
The Deputy Finance Director of Caucase.
That's chauffeuring, not smuggling.
He rode in the trunk. Flatlined.
Really? Dead?
A long story. Maybe someday I'll tell you.
Wow. So I can't skip this ride, all right.
We've almost reached the dam. We'll make a quick stop here.
Okay.
We need to calibrate you with the turret. I want you to be able to use the gun, too. It should up our chances in general. Connect here.
How should I connect? Personal link?
How else? Just watch the jack. Sometimes you have to jig a little bit.
Wired in.
Wait a moment. Diagnostics first. Shit, it keeps giving me an error. Odd. Let me work around it.
And now, Pan Am, here's Johnny. Out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Oh.
Great work, V.
Hey, I think your implant has a virus. The one in the nape of your neck.
I've got a bioprocessor in my head that operates independently of me. Probably why your diagnostics flagged it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No data will leak out of it through the personal link. Your ride's secure.
Fine. I trust you won't fuck anything up. Okay. Here goes nothing. See that pile of junk? Fire a short burst into it. I'll take care of the calibration. Good. Next target. Single shot. Okay. Just one more. Longer round. Great. We're down, I think. Now that wasn't so bad, was it?
Your software could use an update. Ooh.
Calibration's fine, but your soft could really use an update. Scanner, controllers, all a couple generations back at least. There's better tech in the bargain bin at a kabuki flea market. I can help you with that, you know?
Yes, sure. The most important thing is that it works now.
So where's this power station?
You will see in a moment. I know a spot. We'll have a decent view from there. I just want to be sure the area is clear.
Sabotage a Corpo power station. Jump a Corpo transport. Kidnap a Corpo suit.
This a plug for the word corpo, or do you have a point?
Know what? You're starting to remind me of me, 50 years back. Minus the charisma. An impressive cock. Maybe we can just get along.
First of all, I do have a caucus.
Could be something to that, I suppose. What happened to us, it must have had some effect.
You're more like me than you think. You'll see.
But it goes both ways. Maybe you're becoming more like me.
Nah, no way.
All looks clear. The area looks deserted. I see no patrols.
What is
the
that
huge
down
thing
there?
is the collection unit. And see the antennas? Each antenna collects microwave energy from satellites in orbit. That's then converted into electric power.
Antennas run a ways down the interstate. We set off a chain reaction that starts in the collection unit.
Then each antenna will emit a massive EMP burst.
While our AV flies right into our net.
We just have to send out the pulse at the right moment.
Let's go get her.
When we arrive at the station, you overload the systems. I'll set up a bypass link for the detonator.
Why don't I start with the transformers? Make mayhem in the relative voltages. Rest should move faster after that.
Not a bad idea. That's just...
Yeah, I know. The converters. But they shouldn't be a problem. I'll just crank everything up past
Actually,
max.
why don't we...
Seems we think alike.
So what now?
We wait. We should time our arrival to the AV flight.
Got it.
Good. Time to roll.
Done anything like this before?
Downing an AV? By myself? No. Why do you ask?
Power station, EMP, systems, networks. Came up with a really solid plan.
Thank you. How you approach things, that's the trick. Mine is the AAA.
What now?
Assessment, assembly, action. Whatever your task, you do 3 things. Start by assessing what you already have and what you'll face. The problem. Then you plan with those variables in mind.
Oh my god.
Take what you have, get what you need, assemble things, people. Finally, you take action. Simple.
Got one word for you. T-shirts.
AAA. It's all you need to lead the good life. That and the occasional cold beer.
Your method, AAA. That all you?
Not at all. I learned it from the Aldecaldos. Mitch and Scorpion. They were trained in something like it during the war. Then they made it their own. It's come in handy, I can't deny. And it will again now.
What if, something goes ass up?
Well, then your ass had better improvise. Did you really think I'd just give you a foolproof secret to success?
Gotta say, almost had me believe in just that.
You're too much sometimes, V.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be there in a moment. One last time. drive in, fuck up the system, and get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Hold on tight. This could get a little bumpy.
Okay.
Get ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
What am I shooting again? Oh.
I'll deal with them.
Deal quick.
Short circuit. Short circuit.
Get rid of those. Good enough.
Is that all of them?
Mm-hmm. Provided we hurry.
Oh, we're here.
Find the controls. I'll connect the detonator. Quick, V.
Okay, finding controls.
Shit!
Okay, I did something. I think something's happening that's not good.
Oh, shit! Think we might have overdone it, Pan Am!
You'll survive. Do you see that? All lit up and blinking like a Christmas
You wanted
tree.
11. You got 11.
Yeah. Let's get out of here before it lights us up too.
V, get the fuck out before something happens to the chip.
Thanks for the tip. You know, I was just about to set up a picnic. Maybe lay out, work on my
I
base
mean it.
camp.
Watch out. The next one might...
Johnny? Johnny!
Fucking hell. Okay, I'm fine. It's okay, just... It's okay, I'm fine, yeah. Just... Delta the fuck out.
Not the cleanest job, perhaps, but it still went well.
What about the detonator? Is it working?
Yes, it's working. And I don't even see a drop in the signal strength. We just need to drive far away enough to keep the pulse from blasting us, too. The cliff there. We'll set up. It should give us a good view of the antennas. And then we wait.
Okay.
Here.
Always wanted to push the big red button on something like this. How do we know when?
Don't worry. I'll have eyes on it. You just wait for my signal. Then set off that pulse.
Okay.
They won't know what hit them. And by the way...
What?
We are about to knock a multi-million-euro Kang Tao asset clean out of the sky. How does that make you feel?
Blasting shit. Exactly what the doc ordered.
And that's exactly what I like to hear.
Just noticed.
What?
It's quiet. The hum of the city, people's voices, the smells. It's all gone. Wind just intensifies it. I think I forgot quiet exists.
Mm-hmm. Though maybe not the smells. I mean, the coyotes. Rather hard to miss.
Thought that was just the air freshener in your Thornton.
Ha ha. Screw you. You'd do better to focus on the AV. Keep your eyes open.
What am I supposed to look at here? Oh.
It's there. Coming from Pacifica. All right. Get ready. One more second. One more. Now!
Oh.
Boom. There she is.
Shit! What's happening?
Great. Just great. God damn it all.
Bullseye!
Pan Am, the engines are still running. Fuck, they're getting away!
They're going nowhere.
We gotta go after it!
Give me a moment.
Pan Am, what are you doing?
Oh. They're gonna track us. Oh, fuck.
That's how you do it. It's losing altitude. We got the bastard. Let's go. We got it. No way it stays in the air after a blast like that. Either land or crash.
You catch that? Over. AV, unmarked. Losing out.
Mitch,
There?
Scorpion. What the hell are
Finishing up at the generators. Follow them. On my way in a bit. Battery
Mitch,
should sort
Scorpion,
itself out.
It's Pan Am. Don't go near that AV. I repeat, do not approach the AV.
On the way, or I'll start the party without you.
It's Kangtown. Wait for me, or better get the hell out. They probably want to help the survivors, without knowing it's corporate. They can't hear me. The pulse is interfering. Shit. I got 3 on radar. Drones? Yes. Get ready. They're trying to slow us down. We won't let them. We have to reach Mitch and Scorpion.
While you're driving?
Hold on autopilot. Seize them, son of a bitch. We're on our tail. Head down. I know. Fucking latches. Don't want to open. Hit him. It's nothing. I'm fine. Okay.
It's working now.
For the time being, at least. Time being's all we need.
There it is. I feel like I killed it all way too early. There's a lot of road left.
God! Behind that hill! Well, one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, it's just crazy,
you
mushrooms.
okay? Fucking ricochet. Think you can manage? Sure. I'll live. Don't worry.
Hey man, where are you? Hello?
Perfect.
Scorpion?
Keep broadcasting over an open channel, just in case they missed you the first time. God, I swear. Something's not right. Did you hear those shots? V, something happened to them. Let's check it out. I see the wreck, but no Scorpion or Mitch. Looks expired. Fuck it. V, connect to the drone. We'll scan the area. We have to get our bearings.
What drone? Okay.
Let's roll. You connecting to visual?
Mm-hmm. V, if they got the Aldecaldos, if they got Mitch and Scorpion, I can't... I don't...
I know. Connected. I'm in control.
There's the thing we shot down.
Combat drones. Defense systems active.
They secured
Big
the
scary
area.
drone.
They're waiting for reinforcements. Shit. V, this does not look good.
I mean, we just gotta go. Oh.
Got 5 Kangs on patrol.
Fucking corporate rats.
I mean, I see a body right there. Oh, another guy over there.
They've set up the launcher. They'll tear us to shreds if we get too close.
Can't we take it down somehow?
Maybe. But we have to get there first.
Oh, wait, who's that?
Mitch! He's alive! They have them!
Uh-oh.
Oh no. No, no. If not for those damn damned glitches. I could have warned them.
Rip
This is all
Scorpion.
my doing. Why in the hell were they following the AV? The fools.
Okay, so we gotta go. Oh, okay, holding tab. Apparently, I only have dialogue during my scanner.
Probably keeping Helman in the AV.
Mind that launcher. It will blow us to bits if we approach.
I don't know how this is happening, but
You're already blown to bits.
Don't be an idiot. This is just a scratch. Let's take out the launcher. I will try to—
No, you stay in the car. Sorry, but you're just gonna slow me down.
Fucking hell, V. Those are my people out
Listen,
there.
I get that launcher out of our way, I'll let you know. Then you go in and help me with the rest. Deal?
Yes, ma'am. I still have Mitch's rifle. I will try to cover you from here.
Good idea. Let's move.
okay, bye. F5. I got a F9. My UI is fucked up. The only thing my mods do is make my boobs and butt bigger. That's pretty much it. All right, how do I want to do this? Definitely want to stealth. Is that like a fucking robot? Can you stealth kill robots or no? No? All right, what if I spam short circuit the fuck out of this thing? Bang, bang. Tracing my location. Well, that's not good.
You are instructed to reveal yourself. Locating suspect. You are instructed to locating suspect. You are reveal yourself. Locating suspect.
Okay. Maybe I just W key this fucker. I mean, we'll see how much damage it can take. Let's see. All right, big down. Oh. Guess I didn't need all that.
Measures of immediate coercion.
So it's not the drone that's killing me, it's that fucking thingamajig. I thought it was the drone. It's the little missile launcher. Interesting. How? Ooh. That's just not ideal. Okay. Wow. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go in here. Can I not get close to it? Can I not get close to it and be immune? You're kidding me! All right. Oh, I canceled my shit. I'm just dead. I thought maybe there was like a place I could walk into the ship. Okay, let me look at this damn ship and get like a better idea. Where do I get in there? Or maybe it's on the other side. I'm just not seeing it. Fuck. Oh my God. What? This is insane. I'm guessing I just send it. Let's just go again. I'm gonna F5. Why can I not fucking operating system? My operating system wouldn't turn on. Okay, let's try this again. It was on CD. Why? I never used it. Gonna kill that guy? Sure, trace me. Whatever. All right, they're all dead. But now I gotta get to this thing. How? Where do I even go? Oh, probably to that right there, right? Fuck it. Oh. Oh, I don't think that's it.
Path's clear.
Oh, no, it is.
I'm coming for you.
Can I loot this drone? Please? There we go. Hang on, I'm looting, Pan Am. One sec.
Now!
Step back! Back! Toss your weapons, or I'll shoot! I repeat, drop your weapons!
Now! Not too late for everyone to walk out of this alive.
We called for backup! Bullshit!
Last chance. You don't gotta die today. Let's talk.
Why should I believe you? Pan Am, shoot him!
Listen. This isn't about you. Let him go and tell me where your passenger is.
I don't know where they took him!
Hell no! He's lying!
You don't know, or you don't want to say?
Let me get the comms back up. I'll buzz the unit. We'll talk. Pan Am! But only if
You remember the cowboy, don't you?
Pan Am! Oh, shit.
Are you alright?
Just some scratches.
You fucking morons!
Did you get hit? Hang on, girl. I'll patch you
It's
up.
nothing. Let's go.
Ooh.
We couldn't retreat. They regrouped so fast. Started shooting rockets and shit. I lost everyone.
Everyone? Scorpion, is he here? Mitch? Mitch? He's safe,
Pan
right?
Am, I'm sorry. I didn't make it in time.
Shit.
No. No! Are you sure? No, he...
Scorpion, the rest. I'm sorry we didn't get here sooner.
They were good people. Great people. They didn't have to die here.
I should have stopped him.
I tried. He wouldn't have listened to you either. Never was much of a listener.
Stubborn bastard.
I'm guessing since you were out here for the AV. The question is why?
I need the guy who was riding this AV. You know anything? See anything?
Took him with him. In our cars.
Where?
West. Small unit. Your passenger's entourage.
Must be looking for a way to call base.
So you're the ones who hit him with that EMP?
Yeah, we tried to warn you, but we couldn't connect.
If they took your cars, we might be able to follow their tracks.
Panem, listen. I know it's not the best time, but I need Helman. You promised to help. That still hold?
I always keep my word. Mitch, I will find those sons of bitches. I swear.
Go. I'll call the crew. Get all this cleaned up.
We'll leave my ride here just in case. Just watch the gun, it likes to jam. We'll go by bike.
Sounds good. Kang Tao lost contact with their AV. Probably looking for it. Better hurry. But Panem.
What?
You're coming back for her, right?
I promise.
Okay.
Let's get going, before they send a rescue party.
Let's ride. Hope they didn't go far.
We'll see. The
Okay.
tire tracks start there. We'll follow them.
Scanning?
Our guys were here.
Let's follow. Find them.
Vroom vroom. That way. Want me to just run at it? Oh, okay.
Scorpion said I would hate being city.
He knew you that well.
Probably better than I know
Definitely wants me to
myself.
have a car.
He said when I'd had enough of the city, we would stock up on canned kibble, fill a couple of thermoses with coffee and whiskey, and hit the road. He said we would get away from it all.
Sounds like a real adventure.
Shit. Why is everything shit?
I know. Look, you're alive. Still got a few things to take care of, too.
All I see is cracked concrete and rust. They thought they would call their friends. They were in for one hell of... Watch out! There's a sniper behind the van!
Well, this didn't go how I wanted it to. What is that? A security turret? Turn off.
Come on, limp dicks! That's for my friends, you assholes! I see a sniper!
Come out! Hands where I can see them! Anyone else?
The rest must have taken Helman with them.
If they manage to reach... Slick moves, V. Nice.
Better
I need
hurry
my
then.
motorcycle. This is. Can I use this? Okay, it's immune to being used. I guess it's hers.
That's one of ours. Let's check.
Don't know if we'll find anything else here. Left a few peeps behind at the airstrip. Rest. Better check where Kang Tao took him. Fast.
Do you not loot? I don't need to loot.
They're coming for him. Don't worry.
It's okay.
What?
This is my life right here. I step out of one pile of shit. These trucks lead across the hill to an old filling station. I wager that's where they're holding Helman. Okay, cover
Well, that got off really quick and suddenly. Relic.
Puke. Drones, patrols, definitely set up shop here.
I see. They must have Helman locked up somewhere. But V, see that? The pumps look pretty good. Not what you would find if the place were closed.
What does that
The
mean?
bastards might have managed to call for transport.
We'll know soon enough.
All right, let's just see what's going on here. All right, any cameras? Zoom in. I can't zoom in. Scroll wheel. Oh, dude, you're so right. What the fuck? Let me try that. Wait, why is what? Now it's actually working? Dude, I swear to God I was scrolling and it wasn't working. I hate it. That keeps happening to me. Shh, silence. See, I can't. Oh, it's because I can't be targeting. That's what I was doing. Okay. Well, I don't see any cameras. Definitely want to turn that off. Goodbye, turret.
I see cars. Nomad.
I recognize them. The clans.
All right. Let me let my RAM recharge. Wait, why is it being drained? Is there a reason for that? Because I'm controlling the turret? Okay, well, not anymore. It's a bug? Yeah, I'm pretty fucked here. Let me go over here, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna F5 and then F9 because this is nice boob mods. Yeah. Hang on. But now it's regenerating. Do. All right, I'm gonna try and be stealth. I've got this. Hang on. I feel like assist mode. I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Does it start shooting right away? Oh.
You won't get out of this alive, you bastards!
Okay, this isn't stealth. I thought maybe they wouldn't start attacking until like shit actually hit the fan, but they just start going right away. All right. All right. I want to say it's everyone. I also really got to find out what percentage HP they need to have before I can execute, because I really want to get that RAM regeneration going.
I'm in.
Helman, it has to be.
Let's go. Damn. Oh. I can't fall into the tar. Who the fuck is this guy? Come on, let's go. What? Again. Ooh, plus 20. Huh? Did I not get that apple? Insane. Dang it. Not bad. 569. That was rough. I should have jumped. Damn. All right. Cool game, but I'm out of here. I gotta get Helman. Stop messing around. Oh. I gotta find all the access points. I saw one. Is it all just one? Yeah, it's actually all just one. Okay, well. Yeah. 11 out of 14 tech. I can't open that yet. I can open this. Damn.
Stay vigilant. Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
The hell are you doing here?
This is my station. Name's Marty. Those fucking suits rode up like they own the place. Took everything. Put me here and locked the door.
Okay, but I gotta, hang on, I gotta...
You even get any customers out here? Shit, anyone even drive this way?
Anyone who don't like refueling with cameras watching them. Not many, sure, but they're all big tippers. You get me?
In exchange for your terrible memory.
Don't you worry. I'll forget you too.
Brought a man with him. A man I need. Civilian. You must have spotted him.
Mm-hmm. I ain't blind.
Where are they holding him?
Old garage. Room upstairs. Probably keeping them there.
Thanks. I were you, I'd stay put for a few.
Exactly my intention.
Okay.
Know where they're keeping Helman. Going in.
Okay.
Well, not yet.
You even get any shit?
Can you fucking stop doing dialogue? God dang it. How do I, like, get rid of the dialogue so I can hack this thing? Oh my god.
You even shit.
Somehow it happened. Okay, cool. 5-5. Okay, 5-5. 5-5. Shit. 5-5. Okay, so 1C, 1C, 5-5, 5-5. One C, 5-5, 5-5. Damn, okay. I don't think I can get all three. All right, let me try starting from some random ass. You had it? Well, I have an extra point, right? So I'm thinking I start from some weird ass fucking spot, like randomly E9. E9. I got it. Okay, E9. 5-5. I think I fucked up. I fucked up. Hi, Kipper. I had it and then I clicked the wrong one. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Down instead of up. Yeah, I fucked up. I'm gonna. Damn it. All right. The one that I actually really wanted to get, I didn't get.
Anyone who don't like refueling with cameras watching them? Not many, sure, but they're all big tippers. I thought you wanted to talk.
No, I don't care. Hello? Damn, I just looted some shit.
Hey, easy. We gotta talk.
Who are you working for? Yorinobu Arasaka. Do you wish to take me back home?
Pathetic rat's got nowhere left to scurry off to. He's out of lifelines. Shut him up already.
Not a fan, I take it.
You haven't found a fan in him either. Motherfucker doesn't know who to be scared of more, you or Arasaka.
Don't take this personally.
Ah!
Seem to recall you were gonna tell Takamura when you got Helman.
Yeah, just a sec. I'll call him.
Just remember, you have Helman and that's one hell of a card. Try to win something with it.
Takamura saved my life, remember?
Because it was in his fucking interest to do so. Still just biz. He's no friend of yours.
Takamura, good news. Got Helman.
Alive. What did he say?
Alive. Alive. Not too talkative now. Taking him to the Sunset Motel.
I will come to you. Keep him there until I arrive.
You got it. See ya.
Okay. What about this guy?
Better take him somewhere you can talk in peace.
True.
Looks like your new chimbas are here.
Is that him?
Wow.
Sure is.
Take him outside. Toss him on the bike.
Stay right there.
The cavalry has arrived. Mitch gathered together a few elder Helmans.
The road was clear. I don't think we were spotted. We would still do better not to hang around too long.
What do you plan to do with him?
Ask
Just
him a few
gotta
questions.
ask him a few important questions.
I sure hope you get some important answers. Saul.
Everything's done here. All clear.
I heard Mitch is alive thanks to you.
Thanks to V and Pan Am. They both saved my ass.
I just hope he was worth it.
Saul, I tried to raise Scorpion, but he... Maybe I could help out somehow?
I think you've helped enough.
I tried to stop him. Sure. Just turn around now. Let it all be damned. You're good at that, aren't you?
Look, Saul, it really wasn't Pan Am's fault.
Careful. You and me are not buddy-buddy. Besides, nobody's blamed anyone for anything yet.
Sure. Right.
Pan Am was just helping me. It was my doing, my fault that AV got hit. Without me, Scorpion and his people wouldn't have gone out to grab it. That's the truth.
When you're an Aldecaldo, you are always responsible for yourself and your people. The circumstances change nothing.
Okay.
Perhaps Pan Am should ask herself if she's still an Aldecaldo.
Damn it all.
Anyways.
Hey, don't worry about Saul. He'll get over it.
I don't give a damn.
But he gives a damn about you, Pan Am. As soon as he heard what had happened, he ordered us to follow you. He was worried something would happen
Saul?
to you.
That was his?
Look, maybe you two don't see eye to eye at the moment, but you're family, and Saul will do anything for family.
The thing is, am I even part of the family anymore?
You know you are. Come back to us. I understand.
Sorry you had to witness that. Things just get complicated. Dramatic sometimes.
Okay.
But I will manage. And you look out for yourself, all right?
All right, later.
Think that's it. Till next time.
They're coming. You got a minute.
Let's move!
Until next time. Take care of Scorpion's bike. It's yours now.
Okay. Nice. Oh, wow. I just teleported to the hotel with this guy?
Hey.
Good morning.
Where am I? What is this place?
Motel? Middle of nowhere.
Any specific middle?
Doesn't matter. You're not leaving here by yourself anyway.
Why are we here?
Want to talk about your little invention? Biochip you made for Arasaka.
Fine. But let's get one thing straight first. Yorinobu Arasaka didn't send you?
No.
This means you must have an offer for me. If your boss will pay more than Kang Tao, I believe we can talk.
Nobody sent me. I got a problem, and you're gonna help me.
And what does that have to do with the biochip?
Got Silverhand's construct in my head. It's literally driving me crazy, and I know it's only gonna get worse. That is, unless I remove it. And that? None of that's on the billboards I saw. Not even in the
Silverhand. Construct? That's impossible. Where did you get this biochip?
Fuck it, let's tell him.
Klept it off Yorinobu Arasaka. Job for a client, but the client left me out to
And
dry.
you decided the best place for it was in your own goddamn head.
Actually, wasn't a bad idea. Construct rebooted me when my own goddamn head took a bullet.
I always knew Yorinobu's plan would fail. I just never imagined it would turn out like this. Arasaka's prized tech really is in the very streets of the city.
Gotta remove it,
You
bro.
have to remove the biochip from my system.
It's not that simple.
Look, you made the thing, didn't you? So where's the problem?
If you're telling the truth, you slotted in a new experimental version of the biochip.
I know you can't just yank it out. My Ripper
You
said
showed that to some fucking street doctor? Who else knows?
I needed help. Or did you think the first thing that came to mind was downing a Kang Tao AV? How's the prototype version different? It's got a different engram, something more
Aware?
aggressive.
The biochip is what's unique, not Silverhand's engram. The previous version of the chip was only used to communicate with pre-saved
And it was
engrams.
rare as fuck and cost a fortune. Yeah.
This one's rarer. Meant to install and activate the engram in a new body. When I left Arasaka, the project was still in the trial phase.
Okay.
How exactly was this new version supposed to work? Are you planning to have the engram kick people out of their own bodies? Is that shit by design?
During the tests, we assumed that the body would be neurally indifferent during implantation.
You mean dead?
Yes, which makes what happened to you interesting indeed.
We could afford this.
How do you put a price on immortality? Who could even afford tech like this?
Nobody. This model was meant to remain in-house. The prototype was Saburo Arasaka's personal commission. He oversaw the entire project himself.
So if it weren't for Yorinobu, nobody would have found out.
And if not for you, the project would not have been a success. This is a true breakthrough.
You're welcome.
Huh. Imagine my luck. To be so fucking unique, so fucking exceptional. That mean you'll help me?
Well, well.
I would have to see it first.
Okay. Fuck it.
Unbelievable. It looks like...
Can't believe this suit's the one who's gonna help us.
He's so mad. Look at him, like, just look at him. He's fucking pissed.
Oh, fuck.
What is it?
This dude, look at this
What a
fuck.
pity I won't be able to examine it fully.
Yeah, real shame. You could have been his guinea pig, too.
Tell me how to get rid of it.
I'm afraid I have bad news. Your neural network has completely deteriorated. It can no longer function independently of the chip. The only thing I could do
Woohoo, it's bargaining time.
is to give you information on a good clinic in Sweden. They'll help you through the terminal stages. Minimize the pain.
But you said the project was in the trial phase. You don't actually know how it'll end.
Oh, I do. I just saw the construct devouring your brain. It's programmed to take over its new environment. At all costs. And your little meat brain is helpless against it.
So no matter what, sooner or later the engram wins.
Yes. And from what I've heard about Silverhand, that seems to be exactly his style.
Huh. I see my reputation's grown into Arasaka legend.
What exactly is going on in my head?
You tell me, what's it like to have two personalities? Because it's not like you're hearing voices. You're both yourself and Silverhand, simultaneously.
I can see him and talk to him.
You're not talking, but yes, I understand what you mean. Have you noticed the construct's influence on your decision-making?
Sheesh, give it a rest.
What do you mean?
You will start doing things that were once unthinkable, at least to your old self. And you know exactly who he was. A fanatic, a terrorist, a suicide bomber.
Well, fuck me. Who's trying to mess with your head now?
That is why I believe it would be better for you to consider clinical isolation.
At least Johnny never whored himself out like you.
Are you defending him? Or is that Johnny speaking now? Oh, let me guess. He already tried to take over your body. You know, just for a little while.
No.
Would you, though? Could be fun.
Johnny?
Kidding. But watch out. Suit's getting ready to talk your head off.
You know what? That's enough. You just playing for time? Because I can't tell. Are you trying to convince me you're useless? I mean, in that case, I can just shoot you in the head and save us both some time.
Ah, finally.
I will try to help you. If you come with me to Kangtao.
I'll try, just isn't gonna cut it. Actually, it's almost like you're trying to buy your way in with the Chinese at my expense.
Do you even realize how much data is in your head? Even if I can't help you, the data must be saved.
Well, fuck me sideways.
Forget Kangtao. Got any other ideas?
If you think there's anyone else who can help you, I could give you the blueprints. Complete project documentation. Kangtao offered quite the sum for it.
You got it with you?
He's got to. Gonk's fucking useless without him.
Oh, here he is.
Takamura? What the hell is he doing here?
He's got a few questions of his own for you. You play nice, he might even save your ass. I'm almost done. The blueprints.
What the fuck?
Better than nothing. Long as we find someone fluent in technobabble.
He's all yours. I'll give you two some space.
I hope we can come to an understanding.
That is certainly in your best interest. V, I will remember this.
This heat. My throat is positively parched.
V did not give you even a glass of water. Unacceptable. Inhumane. That is not me. You will see the difference. I will give you full buckets.
No need.
So is he about to torture his... Oh! Oh!
See that? Fuck me, just look at that. Sons of bitches.
Whatever you gotta say, say it. Got something eating at your code, that's clear.
Been trying to learn how you're wired this whole time. To know who I'm dealing with. Thought you were just unlucky at first, but I kept watching and finally realized what your problem is. Always been a corpo cog, a replaceable part. Once Sokka booted you out, stripped you of perks, best you could hope for was...
Sure seem to know a lot about my past.
Well, seen flashes of your past, just like you've seen flashes of mine.
Don't
Oh,
think
that's
I
not what I
care.
meant to do.
What does interest me is why you're a clingy creep.
I think we can work together, V.
But your plans make no sense. Destroy Arasaka? I don't even know what that means.
All in good time.
You know what? Seems to me you need to have a nemesis. At all times. Ideally, a crazy powerful one to feed your ego. And they've gotta be practically unbeatable to justify a suicide run.
Huh. You're funny.
Actually, that's what I am. That kind of nemesis. I'll decide your fate. Fuck all you can do.
Okay. I'll tell you why I want to destroy Arasaka, but I'll only tell you once. Want to hear it?
Yes.
All right.
I saw a corpse strip farmers of water, and eventually of land. Saw them transform Night City into a machine fueled by people's crushed spirits, broken dreams, and emptied pockets. Corps have long controlled our lives, taken lots, and now they're after our souls.
Might be right. Can't really argue with you there.
V, I've declared war not because capitalism's a thorn in my side or out of nostalgia for an America gone by. This war's a people's war against a system that spiraled out of our control. It's a war against the fucking forces of entropy. Understand? Do whatever it takes to stop them, defeat them, gut them. If I gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it. Fucking hell.
Johnny,
You still don't
take a
see
sec.
it.
You got it?
But you will one day.
I didn't mean to. Oh.
Johnny.
Oh, he's gone. Okay. Time to drive. Ooh. They're all dead. $75K? I'm fucking rich as hell. Yeah, it is absolutely time to upgrade my shit. I'm loaded. Oh god. I think I have levels too. Am I crazy? I do. All right, tech now level 12. +2 armor per point. Excelente. I still need to get a little bit more so I can get that third tree. I'm just gonna keep dumping into int. When overclock is active, +25 health for each quick hack queued on an enemy at the time that you neutralize them. I definitely want that. And then I can just spam. Yeah, I just gotta start opening with burn and then just short circuit, and I'll just heal like crazy. And then I'll just keep going too, sacking health for hacks. All right, y'all ready for this? Bad news. I have to go. I have an OTK meeting. It is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so I may not be live tomorrow, but I will be live on Wednesday. And I'm probably not going to play backpack battles for half the stream next time. I think it's going to be just pure Cyberpunk and just keep going.
The guy who...
Hold on.
You know.
Guy
Oh, the guy.
with the smoking crotch.
That's one way to put it. Anyway, just calling to say I transferred the funds.
Well, they managed to save your... you know.
Yeah, much as they could. At least the pain is gone. Anyway, once it heals, I'll get a better model. Something top shelf.
Mm-hmm. Just check the warranty next time.
Will do.
Who are you
Take care,
rating?
man.
Nax. All right, I have 5'd, and that is it for the day. Yeah, so next time I play, it's going to be probably an hour of just upgrading and fixing everything up, making everything good to go, and then probably keep going. Anyways, a lot of fun. Cyberpunk is awesome. Highly recommend it. And I hope all of you have a wonderful night. So peace out, everybody. Until probably Wednesday. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, but we'll see.